With alt season about to kick back into high gear once again, it's time to focus our attention on the upcoming Launchpad events and one of the most promising looking launchpads on the market that is yet to begin, and that is Paid's Ignition. So in today's video, providing you with an update from the Paid network and also looking ahead to the Ignition launch. This is CryptoTube. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe in order to stay up to date with everything happening in the cryptoverse. So here we have the Paid network token, and currently it's sitting around $2.86. Now, one thing to bear in mind, over the last 24 hours, pre-sale investors who got involved and had the chance to scoop up some very cheap Paid tokens actually had a token unlock. So that was yesterday, I think it was around 12 hours ago. And so the market did react. There was a bit of a dump. I think one individual managed to crash the price to $2.11, but it was pretty much eaten up like Pac-Man. And so we're hovering in a $3 region once more. But I think this is a good entry price since those token unlocks have just occurred. And it's likely that the price of Paid will now go back up again as we see the rollout of Ignition. Uniswap is your best bet to pick this one up. However, if you want to go and try a feeless or reduced fee approach, go over to gate.io. There is some depth on the order book there for you to pick up some tokens, but not a huge deal. So this is the sneak peek of the Ignition Launchpad from a Paid network. Looks rather sleek, and it's going to be good to go next week. So I believe they're running out the first of the Launchpad events, and that will be Shadows the first week of March. And the focus of this Launchpad is to have tier 1 projects listed on here. So rather than going for the quantity that we see on other pre-sale platforms, they're going for a quality approach, much like the approach of Master Ventures being Kyle Chasse, the CEO of Paid. That's kind of his investment arm. They go deep into the good projects and really try and deliver high quality rather than focusing on quantity, which is something I'm definitely more interested in. So I think this could be the premier launchpad for new projects going forward. Ignition operates as a decentralized swapping protocol, allowing blockchain-based token projects to offer private and public swaps to participants leveraging Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and soon Polkadot smart contracts. Now, Paid has actually integrated with Binance Smart Chain already. They're now looking to bridge their token from the ERC20 to the BEP20 standard so that you could actually trade it on the Binance Smart Chain, and therefore it would be low cost to transact with it. So they're thinking ahead, seeing the problems with Ethereum and trying to react to that. So that's a very good thing and shows real initiative from the team. So they say that they're geared towards making tier 1 blockchain ideas and projects grow with no limits. And Ignition will start by initially listing Ethereum-based tokens, but will provide multi-chain support through Polkadot in the future. Each new project listed on Ignition will undergo detailed scrutiny per Master Ventures incubation and advisory team. They have a hell of a track record, and this is going to be a simple process to use. So they actually recently partnered with KYC3. So you may have seen this one on their Medium page or on their Twitter. And that means once you sign up to Ignition, you pass KYC the first time. The next time you come around to just log into the system, it's already got your KYC. So it's going to make it just a more seamless and easy platform to get involved with for these pre-sales. And of course, to participate in this, you have to hold Paid tokens. You need to hold a minimum of 1,000 tokens in your wallet to get a lottery ticket to be in with a chance of purchasing some of these tokens on the pre-sale platform. And it says, furthermore, after taking part in Ignition swaps, users will be incentivized to hold their new project tokens rather than selling them. So the longer they hold the new tokens from a previous Ignition offering, the higher the chances they have of winning lottery tickets to enter future Ignition IDOs. So they're going to be giving you like a weight for holding on to the previous tokens of the previous pre-sales. So the first one up is Shadows, and I believe the second one is going to be ShopX. So say you get into the Shadows pre-sale, you hold those tokens, you don't sell them immediately on TGE, you're going to have additional weight, and that's going to mean that you're in with a better chance of winning the lottery for the ShopX IDO. So if another investor picks up shadows, dumps it on TGE, you are a hell of a lot more likely to get into the next pre-sale than that individual. So this is promoting a long-term approach from investors, and this is going to benefit everyone involved with this system, as you're going to get less dumps and greater price appreciation. So there's now 3 tiers to holding paid. So if you've got 1,000 tokens, for each 1,000 paid that you hold, you'll receive 1 lottery entry. So if you hold 3,000 tokens, you're going to get 3 lottery tickets. You hold 10,000 tokens, you're going to get 10 lottery tickets, as simple as that. So you increase your chances the more paid tokens you hold per 1,000. The second tier clearly is for whales. Galaxy, a wallet with 75,000 paid tokens, guarantees you 1 public allocation in addition to the 1 lottery ticket for every 1,000 paid held. So if you could afford 75,000, which is clearly a lot of money now, but maybe you've done very well in other areas of the market, you're going to get 1 public sale allocation plus 75 lottery tickets. And then this is the Cosmos tier, and you need to hold 150,000 paid tokens. So presumably this is mainly for those who got involved in the paid pre-sale, as this is now pushing towards $450,000 US, which is out of the reach of the vast majority of individuals. But this actually guarantees you 2 public sale allocations and 1 pre-sale allocation, if there are pre-sale allocations on the table, depending on the project. And then you also get 1 lottery ticket for every 1,000 paid held, just like the Galaxy tier here. So they've really incentivized the system for you to hold many tokens. But I think in terms of price appreciation of the paid token and reasons to actually invest in it, once the incubation rolls out, we see lots of projects list on Ignition, they're likely to do very well. They have deep connections within the crypto community in terms of influencers and things like that. And if they're bringing out top tier projects, they're going to do very well when they hit the market. Therefore, the likelihood is we have a few big winners, and then you'll see the price of paid token go skyrocketing, because maybe some other whales who didn't previously know about it decide, okay, I need to get 150K's worth of these because I can make 100x on my investment because they're doing so well. And we've seen with other pre-sale platforms right now that the token prices have done astronomical numbers. There is clearly a lot of FOMO around pre-sales, as this is the sector of the market where people are making the greatest returns. So with Ignition not yet launched, it makes sense that the price post-launch is going to be higher than it is right now. So of course, I do want to cover as many of these pre-sales as possible to see which ones are very good. This is going to be the first one. It's Shadows. So if you want to see a review of this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Shadows essentially is a hub for issuing, trading, lending, and borrowing synthetic assets in similar way to SNX, Synthetics, on the Ethereum blockchain. This will be a Polkadot version of that. And another confirmed Ignition presale is going to be Split or ShopX. And it says the NFT infrastructure to power decentralized finance and e-commerce markets, powered by Polkadot. And just some interesting information on these, because Kyle did an AMA yesterday, the CEO. For Shadows, he did actually mention that the public sale allocation will be $125,000, which is not a huge amount, but that means it's going to be very competitive to get involved. And with Split, they've already had over $200 million worth of requests for pre-sale. So this one is super, super hyped. He also mentioned that this may well be launching on Binance Smart Chain. So he says about Split, it makes a lot of sense for them to build on Binance Smart Chain, and then gives us a wink in the AMA. So I'm assuming Split is one that's going to be listed on Binance. So a pre-sale to get listed on Binance, I can only imagine the numbers that could potentially do. So this is going to be very hyped and very competitive. So you're going to need some lottery tickets specifically for this one. We also had a few name drops. I think they were kind of unintentional during the AMA session. So if you go onto the Master Ventures website, this is their portfolio. So at the top, you can just click on portfolio and see all the projects that these guys have invested in. They've got an awesome track record, and this is the track record they're going to try and bring to Ignition. One of the projects Kyle mentioned was Deeper, so Deeper Network down here. So this is an infrastructure play for the decentralized internet for Web 3.0. So this one is going to be launching via Ignition. So that was dropped in there. And also this one as well, Globe DX. Neither of these have been officially confirmed as yet, but Kyle kind of just name dropped them within the stream yesterday. And Globe DX is going to be a crypto derivative exchange, so tapping into a huge market there. So there's definitely going to be a huge volume of interest in these pre-sales on Ignition, and it seems they've got the connections to bring on board very good quality projects. And there was also a community question asking when is the next big exchange listing coming for paid network token, and Kyle said this. So he gives us a cheeky wink, and I can safely assume that that is a Binance listing that we are waiting for confirmation from paid. So paid on Binance, this is pretty much a foregone conclusion after watching this. Go and check out the full AMA. I'll leave a link to it down below, but it was a really good one. And you get a lot of behind the scenes here because Kyle does drop a few golden nuggets within this, which was very interesting to watch. And as an investor and potential investor, if you're watching, this is something you need to get involved with early before this kind of news goes mainstream, hits the likes of Twitter, hits the likes of Telegram, and then the masses follow. So you can get a little bit ahead of the game by watching these streams as and when they come out. So just a little market overview then for pre-sale platforms. I've listed just a few that I'm aware of and I've been involved with. So at the top here, listed by market cap, we've got Polkastarter, TrustSwap, DuckDAO Dime, Paid Network, and then Falcon Swap. Launchpool has not yet got going. Falcon Swap has had limited amount of pre-sales. They've not got high quality as of yet, but maybe they've got some room to grow. But as you see, Paid Network token market cap around $60 million. DuckDAO Dime around $80 million. And then we're over 3x away from the likes of TrustSwap and over 4x away from Polkastarter. And I know quite a lot of people have been frustrated by the lack of success on Polkastarter. I think you're getting like 500 people getting involved with the pre-sales, and there's just a huge number of people who want to get involved. So it's been very difficult to actually get on a Polkastarter. In terms of TrustSwap, you've been able to get in with a guaranteed allocation if you hold a set number of tokens, the value of which now is around $12,000. And some of these projects have been more quantity over quality recently, I would suggest. And then DuckDAO Dime, similarly, this one, a lot of people have not been able to get allocations. It's a lottery basis, and the actual allocation amounts have been quite low. So there's definitely room within this market for someone to come and take the reins and become the premier platform. And if Paid can actually pull off the top tier projects listing through themselves, then they've got a very good chance of doing this. One thing as well from the AMA, Kyle mentioned that Kylin Network, the Oracle play on Polkadot, would not be going through Paid. It was going to happen, but they've pulled out. However, he did suggest that there is a better Polkadot-based Oracle that has been building in stealth that will be coming through the Paid Network Ignition in the next 4 weeks. So that would be something that's hitting a lot of narratives. Oracles are going to be massive, of course. And so a pre-sale for that, I think, will be super, super hyped as well. So there's a little bit of blood in the market today. We've got pre-sale tokens for Paid being released, people potentially selling them, and I do expect this price to shoot back up over the coming week. So just bear that in mind. If you're thinking of getting involved, you're better off doing it now rather than later. Not financial advice, of course, but just thinking through things, what's coming for this. You're going to be getting in before the masses. So let me know down below, how successful have you been with pre-sales? Have you got many winners, or have you struggled to get in on the likes of Polkastarter? I know a lot of people have been frustrated. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on that one. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.